I thought it was dead, so I panicked, threw the phone on the ground.
You guys hungry? You guys hungry too? You should have little play areas for your lambs. And this is how stealing can happen. You look pretty clever. Yeah, you do.
It's Arnie from Utopia Farms. So, this is what happened last night. And it's still coming down, 4 or 5 inches already. So I lease a bunch of farms, and in that lease program, I removed the snow from the driveways. So that tractor today has to get hooked onto that snowblower to remove some of the snow. And I was in the shop working, so I gotta clean all this up. And you can see on that ledge right there how much snow we've had. And I'm gonna start feeding sheep and try to get caught up today. So that's the problem with Canada, and that's why we have coveralls, and that's why the sheep are probably indoors. There are lots of sheep in Canada that are outside right now. There are certain conditions you gotta deal with. They don't lamb this time of year. They're most of the time getting the sheep bred this time of year. But we're doing the complete opposite. We're lambing everything out right now. And that's how we operate. But we do have the buildings. Come on, Ben. So we'll see what's happening here this morning. All the lambs. Oh, turn some lights. Are the lights on here? See if we had any lambs. There's a lamb I had last night. Looks fine. Hey girls. My new feeder is all empty. She ate all her hay. We'll talk about that feeder when I have a chance. So, gotta get caught up here. I don't think we have any lambs. Hey girls. Gotta get some bedding in here today. A new bale of hay. Probably open up some windows, get some fresh air in here. We really probably don't have proper ventilation, but we're going to open it up today. There's Casanova's group. Stayed inside last night. See what happened here. Oh, sorry about that. That lamb was half out backwards. I thought it was dead, so I panicked, threw the phone on the ground, and she has a live lamb. So that turned out okay. It would have ruined my whole day, but so I'll try to get her in the pen right away before I start feeding sheep, and I'll be talking to you shortly.
Hi, Scotty. We just got morning chores done. Hi. Tom's not there, so you can eat in peace. That's really good. Really, really good. So, we had no lambs last night, but when we came in this morning, Heather was lambing, and I don't know how long she'd been that way, but she had a backwards ram lamb, and like she managed to get him out. He was still half inner, half out, like dangling out. And Heather, don't scratch him, okay? He's had a hard delivery. Heather, don't. He doesn't like that. See, the mums want them to get up, and he's had a bad birth, so he doesn't really want to get up. Honey. There, see how nice he is? So we've been waiting for Heather's lamb for so long, and then she had a problem. There, he's up, you see? He's up. But you can't be brutal with him, all right? Because he's a little bit stressed out. Just a little stressed out. So Heather had triplets, I think it was last year. But this year she's only had a single. We were hoping for a glad son from her, but we weren't hoping for a bad birth. So we're just hoping that he got enough oxygen and isn't brain damaged or anything like that. Mom, you're a little exuberant, I know. I know. Heather, be nice. Eat your hay and let him rest. I put him over by her hay. Maybe she'll stop scratching him. There's two out from that were in the holding pen. This here is Jumper. Hi, Jumper. I'm gonna let your lammies out, okay? She has some really nice lammies. They're definitely Gladiator. They look so much like Gladiator, it's not funny. Come on. Now, unfortunately, we got a whole bunch of lambs right in the walkway where I gotta let her out. Okay, you guys, wakey, wakey. Wakey, wakey. Come on. You're standing in the wrong spot right now. Come on, there you go. Come on. Jumper's liable to walk right over you if you don't get up. Come on. There you go. There you go. There you go. Come on. Come on. Well, the good thing is she doesn't want to leave her lambs. The bad thing is she's not turning around and walking into the pen. This is Cammie. Her udder looks pretty even today, so I'm not going to milk it out. So we got a ewe in here that's in labor right now. Until I see the dot on her back, I'm not sure who it's from. There's the ewe in labor. She's got a sack out. I'm guessing by the fact that she's huddling in with others and is at the feeder. She's nervous, therefore first timer. She's from Glad's group, I see by the green dot. And you're probably thinking we say, oh, first timer all the time, but this group had, I think we had like 30 first timers in here, so that's why there's a lot of them. But she's not doing anything yet. We're just going to keep an eye on her. Hamish's group is going to get a straw bale. It's getting a little mucky in here again. Not much happening right now. We're waiting for that ewe to have her lamb. So it's off to do our regular chores. The barn looks a little dark in here today because we got a big snow covering over top. Hi guys. At least you're sheltered. Looks like a tent in here today. Hi everyone. You guys hungry? You're always hungry, it seems. What about you guys? How you doing over here? Hi. You guys hungry too? Cash, what do you think? Videotaping the excitement of this. Look at the anticipation. Look who's waiting for the food the most. It's the Suffocks. Hi, you guys are thoroughly hungry. Hey. There. Down this divider wall now. Eventually the rams are going to come in here. Oh, they like that. Now they think it's a big freedom. Max, stay there. I wasn't sure where Arnie was going to be putting these. He just said he needed to move the feeders. So it looks like he's putting them to the back of the barn. Group are the last to have lambs, but I can already see just when they run like that, you can see some pregnant bellies in there for sure. Do the girls. Hi girls. Hi whirly girls. Are you guys hungry? Little lambs now, and we've got a Suffolk that got into the Dorset pen, so somehow I gotta catch her now. That'll be fun. Hi baby, you're in the wrong pen. You're in the wrong pen, honey.
Where'd you find Harry, Lynn? What? Where'd you find that sheep?
Under here, because there's too many holes under the feeder. You got under. Yeah, you're hungry. Go sit down. Where's your mom? So we rescued that lamb from in here. It either crawled under the feeder, like there's some holes under the feeders, or it jumped on the mom's back, got into the feeder and jumped back into the wrong pen. Not sure. I've blocked all the holes. They shouldn't be able to get under, but it is possible they jump over. How are you guys doing? Were you the one on the other side? You look like you might be a troublemaker. Oh, hi you guys. really, really mucky where the Suffolk breeding group is. The ewe that's lambing in the barn, we just checked her. She's not doing anything yet. So we figure while we're here, get the bedding done. We'll keep checking her, and before we go in for lunch, I imagine we're going to catch her because, again, she's taken a long time. But it's because she's not laying down. If they lay down, they progress much quicker. Happy day for them. Especially when it's all dampy like this and cold. They really love to snuggle down in the straw. That's a good sign. The snow seems to have let up and the sun's trying to come out. They're talking about above freezing all week and then a deep freeze again next week. So here's hoping the snow all melts. Okay, now we're gonna try to attempt to get some straw over to the ram pen at the back of the barn. Most of the lambs are out of the way, playing on their box. This is their playground. I can't say enough how you should have little play areas for your lambs. A straw bale, a hay bale, a little box. It occupies them and they love it. He does have to be super careful going through here. Ben! Good boy. He's just gonna drop the bale over to the rams. But the little lambs don't understand. So we have to make sure they don't get in the way. Ben? I definitely have to stay here while he unrolls in the ram pen because this is exciting. See, they're already starting to hit each other. So it's exciting times. These are the two hitters right here. This guy that's moving up to the bale and Calvin back here. Oh, I got the rope out of the other pen. But you see, there's a lamb back there, a ram lamb back there. He doesn't want to fight anybody. He just wants to jump and play. There he goes. Max, get out of there. We got back to the barn and she actually had it on her own. In just a few minutes, I'm guessing she had it standing up. If it gets a little foggy looking, it's because my lenses keep steaming up. But you can see she's at least talking to her lamb. She's going back to the feeder where she had it. She's got to walk back now. There. Oh, here comes an interloper to see what it is. Luckily, this girl had her lamb a little closer to the exit gate, so we don't have to lure her too far. The whole goal is to lure them out of the group pen into here. Once they're in an area where there's no more ewes, even if she tried to run away, it's easy to catch her and haul her to a pen if need be. What we don't want to happen is for her to start running and spooking out the ewes in here, and then you've got a whole bunch of pregnant sheep running. Everybody's scared, they're not sure why, but it's group mentality. The mom's getting super stressed now. It's just a bad scene. You always want your sheep to be as quiet as possible when they're pregnant. And she's arched up like she might be having another one too. And and this is how stealing can happen, because she obviously lamb by the feeder. And right now you can see she's kind of torn. Does she stay here and lay down with this lamb, or does she walk back to the feeder and have it? And if she were to walk back to the feeder to have her second lamb, now her lambs are both apart and they're not up and walking yet. So if there was a stealer in the group, this is a great opportunity for a stealer to come in and take one of the lambs. And then you get the mismothering and the whole mess that creates. I think she might be having another one. The goal is to get those other ewes out of the way. This ewe is very, very leery, because their instinct is to stay with the group. And some will be so possessed with staying with the group that they'll actually leave their lamb, and then they actually won't accept their lamb either. A rejection will happen. So it's all about being calm and giving them a little time and space. The more she's with her lamb and licking her lamb without interference, the better it is. But in cold temperatures, we gotta get her into the barn. And Arnie does that little ba thing, because they think it's their lamb crying to them. It's because that's why she's talking.
Does Arnie have the gift? Right.
Who taught you this gift, honey? Yeah, here comes another girl coming up. This other one's on a mission to leave the barn.
Something that only takes about 2 minutes. I take 25 minutes.
Imagine if you had 100 first-timers coming in, like next year. It can be quite chaotic if you have a whole bunch of first-timers, because they really don't know the routine. You rarely have this happen with a ewe that's already had a lamb. She's got to go through that gate before... Once she goes through the gate, I can close it behind her. That other ewe's coming out.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Don't let her back out. Get with the program, huh? This is a time-consuming thing, eh? Just time-consuming, eh?
Well, that didn't take too long compared to the other ones.
This is a stylish ewe, not really a meat ewe.
It looks pretty hefty to me. Yeah. That's why sometimes it helps to have two people here and have lots of gates set up so that animals can't escape. Don't turn around. Don't turn around. Don't turn around. Spooky little bugger. One thing about our sheep this year is they always have a lamb right as we want to have lunch, right as we want to have dinner, right as we want to go to bed.
Just have lunch at 10 o'clock and it'll be all over.
Yeah, that might be it. That's a nice lammy you got there. You may as well visit the neighbors.
Always check it before you feed her.
Who's this ewe?
What's that?
Who's this ewe? I don't have her marked.
Came in last night. I told you.
I thought you had no one last night.
I don't know. And 9 o'clock.
Oh, right before bed. Okay. It's so hard to see with the black ones, and we've never been here with his head's already out. Any legs?
Yeah.
Sometimes they come head first, and it's a really tough delivery, but everything's there as it should be. Good mommy. May have come out of the pen slowly, but she sure had a lamb quickly. All on her own. What's that? Female? Female male? It's hard to hear you when you don't turn and talk to the camera.
Yeah, female male, honey.
Because everybody says they can't hear you.
The perfect family.
I thought it was a millionaire's family.
Yeah. Just that the females brings all the troubles home. Males don't do that.
Males cause the trouble.
They don't bring it home.
That's right. That's very nice. See, she's a little nervous. She's not talking to them right now. She will.
She's very definite.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that tooth you're wearing.
Look at that lamb over here. Is those two pretty?
Yeah. Could you get a bigger ewe than that? She could get
She's beautiful. That looks like, well, it can't be Sheila, but I wonder if it's Sheila's mom, because she looks very similar to Sheila. This is how the lambs get into the feeders. She's got another one under the feeder. Do you have a silly lammy? What's she doing? This is what Cammie's lamb was doing last night.
in the feeder already.
Oh, we call that under the feeder?
It was in the feeder this morning.
Oh, well, no wonder. Look at it. Oh, now it's going to fall down between the feeder. You are pretty clever. You are pretty clever. Hi. You look pretty clever. Yeah, you do. You do? You're very sharp. Why don't you go back on your mom again? Show what you can do. Hi. My goodness, you guys are pretty. You look just like your mom. Sister's just beside her under the feeder there. And she's snuggled up tight with Mom. You guys are so pretty. What she's doing with her lamb. Are you abusing him still? I hope not. Why would you be abusing him? Hi. Hi, honey. You had a nice boy. He did. He's really nice. She should have a really nice lamb. You just had the worst birth of everybody this year. Just came in the barn for afternoon chores. And Arnie's working on his feeders. And I'm going to do some more tagging and feed Maisie her bottle.
So this is my new feeder for the pens. So I just used some 1.5 inch M&R. It's quite thin actually, but it'll do the job. I just I basically just screw them onto the 2x4s here, and I made a little wooden bottom, and I put some bars in it, and I can just throw the hay in. And it's a foot wide in the bottom. It's 17 inches on top, so it's like a wedge. So when I throw the hay in, it falls right in there. And we'll see how that works.
And the lambs could go underneath.
Yeah, they can go underneath there, yeah. No one's found it yet.
Yeah, we just put these two in here, so they don't know about it yet.
So we're gonna make one of these for each pen. Yeah, it's a lot of work just for a sheep. But really, your little sheep pens should be important, because that's the ones that you're going to do all your bonding for 2 days, 3 days.
We thought might prolapse, so we put a spoon in her just to be certain, because she was just bulging, and bulges can very quickly turn into prolapses. So we did put a spoon in her. We left the spoon in after she lambed for, she had her lamb I think 2 days ago. We're going to take it out now, because sometimes after lambing they'll push it out after lambing too. But it's out now. I tagged a whole bunch of sheep again today. These guys will be going out tomorrow. These are my two cuties, 2 females again from Knockout, both who I consider to be above average. Just really lively, vigorous, smart, well built. Well, right now that one's standing funny. Hopefully her legs are better. But in general, I put ones that were born above average. I put a mark on it, so when I scan it, it shows up. And of course, this isn't the final decision. These guys go through many, many trials before we pick out our keepers. But on first blush, these 2, I really like them. It's pretty hard to talk at dinner time because the noise in this barn is just deafening. Hamish is still slow, although we do have a few of his lambs on the ground now. Not as slow as Arnie thought because he was put in later and his due date was December 27th, and so it's only a week later. So he's still in his first cycle, so he's doing fine. And all the sheep are bred too. You can see the udders and that they're fat. And for once, it looks like nobody is in labor right now at dinner time. I'm going to be heading into, I think we're going to make macaroni today. Because my boys were over saying that they love macaroni and cheese, and I haven't made that for quite a long time. Okay, here comes Cammie. Cammie's going to do the walk of fame. Hi, Cammie. And here's our little lamb.
What's with the plastic bag?
What? Really? There's Heather and her lamb. She's calming down a little bit now. Well, the sun's starting to go down, and there's no sheep in labor right now. So I'm going to run back to the house, make dinner, and yeah, we got snow, and there they are, still flying. But anyway, thanks for joining us. While it's lambing season, it's not see you tomorrow or bye for now. It's to be continued. So, until tomorrow, bye for now.